So we really can't wait. Have cheese for one. Good. Madam Clerk, you ready? Welcome everyone to the Township meeting Monday, May 4th, 2026. This meeting is now called to order. All please rise to salute to the flag. Councilman Murphy, lead us in the salute to the flag, please. Allegiance to the flag, United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, at this time, please read the statement of public notice.
Take notice that adequate notice of this meeting has been provided in accordance with NJSA 10:4-8 and NJSA 10:4-10 as follows. A notice of the meeting was prominently posted on the bulletin board at the municipal building located at 225 Main Street, Little Falls, New Jersey on January 14th, 2026. A copy of the notice was sent to the North Jersey Herald and News and the Record on the same date. Additionally, a copy of the notice was filed in the office of the Township Clerk on said date. A link and a telephone number to join the meeting virtually can be accessed on the Township website at littlefallsnj.gov. Electronic provisions have been established for the public to participate during the public comment portion of the meeting.
Thank you. At this time, Madam Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Patel.
Present.
Councilmember Murphy.
Present.
Councilmember Havertz. Councilmember Vanchery.
Present.
He should be present. He's not signed
Can
in.
you hear me? Can you hear me?
He's here. He's here.
Yeah, I'm saying
Councilman,
present.
can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
He's.
I'm here. Can you hear me at all? Oh my goodness. Of course.
Okay. Councilman Vanchery, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
President, he typed present in the chat.
So you're good with that, Madam Clerk?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Mark him present.
All right, Council President Scoba.
Okay. Present. Mayor D'Amato, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Council President. This evening, we have a couple of proclamations. One for Lyme disease. We have one for Mental Health Awareness Month, as well as one for Asian Pacific Heritage Month. And these are all celebrated in the month of May. And I'd like to do these three before we get into the remainder of the agenda. First being the Lyme Disease Awareness Month proclamation. And reads, whereas May is a time to help bring awareness to Lyme disease and tick-borne disease. Whereas Lyme disease is a bacterial infection brought on mostly by an infected deer tick with symptoms that may include headache, fatigue, skin, rash, and fever. And whereas the Center for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that 476,000 people are diagnosed with the disease in the U.S. each year. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Mayor James Belford Damiano, on behalf of the Little Falls Township Council, do hereby proclaim May 2026 as Lyme Disease Awareness Month in the Township of Little Falls. Next, we have proclamation for Mental Health Awareness Month, in which whereas mental health is a part of overall health, and whereas mental health helps to sustain an individual's thought process, relationships, productivity, and ability to adapt to change or face adversity. And whereas mental illness adversely affects those abilities and often is life-threatening in nature. And whereas 1 in 4 adults experiences mental health problems in any given year, and such problems can contribute to onset of mental illness. And whereas 1 in 17 adults lives with mental illness, such as major depression, bipolar disorder, or schizophrenia. And whereas approximately 1/2 of chronic mental illness begins by the age of 14 and 3/4 by age 24. And whereas long delays, sometimes decades, often occur between the time symptoms first appear and when individuals get help. And whereas early identification and treatment can make a profound difference in successful management of mental illness and recovery. And whereas it is important to maintain mental health and learn the symptoms of mental illness in order to get help when it is needed. And whereas every citizen and community can make a difference in helping end the silence and stigma that for too long has surrounded mental illness and discouraged people from getting help. And whereas public education and civic activities can encourage mental health and improve the lives of individuals and families affected by mental illness. And now therefore be it resolved, I, James Belford Damiano, Mayor of the Township of Little Falls, do hereby proclaim the month of May 2026 as Mental Health Awareness Month in the Township of Little Falls to increase public understanding of the importance of mental health and to promote identification and treatment of mental illness. And for those of you who may not be familiar, as you drive through Little Falls and many of the other towns through New Jersey, there are stigma-free signs that oftentimes you see. They're typically green signs as you enter different towns throughout the state. And stigma-free is something that towns push as an initiative, including Little Falls, to break the stigma associated with mental health issues and encouraging people to get help. So when you see those, that's what those are for, and they're to help break the stigma associated with mental health. Finally, we have a proclamation for Asian Pacific Heritage Month. And it reads, whereas Asian Pacific Heritage Month is a time to acknowledge the contribution made to our history, society, and culture. And whereas we honor the first immigration of the first Japanese resident to the U.S. in 1843. And whereas we celebrate the vast diversity of languages and cultural traditions that strengthen America. And now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Mayor James Belford Damiano, on behalf of the Little Falls Township Council, do hereby proclaim May 2026 as Asian Pacific Heritage Month in the Township of Little Falls. And as far as updates throughout the municipality, Council President, the lights on Stevens Ave, I'm happy to report, have officially been lit up. So our streetscape along Stevens Ave now has the lights on and working at night. Stop by, it looks beautiful as you come down that way. We are addressing a couple of the lights in front of some residential homes who have asked for shields to be installed in order to shield the light directly from their homes, but still illuminating the roadway and the streets, obviously, for safety and keeping our sidewalks nice and bright. That's all I have as far as updates and reports, Council President, unless there's any questions from the council.
Thank you, Mayor. You have a motion to open the meeting to the public for general matters and agenda items.
So moved.
Moved by Councilman Murphy, second by Councilman Hablitz. There's a voice vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? That motion carries. Madam Clerk.
Anyone wishing to address the Township Council may do so through the Council President. It is preferred if you give your name and address for the record. Comments are to be limited to 3 minutes. However, if appropriate, you may be granted additional time in the sole discretion of the Council President. Members of the public who have joined the meeting virtually and desire to provide comment shall raise their virtual hand in the Zoom application. The meeting moderator will cue the members of the public that wish to provide comment, and the Council President will recognize them in order. Members of the public who have joined the meeting by calling in must press *6 to mute and unmute themselves and *9 to raise their hand. Members of the public who have joined the meeting via the Zoom application must click the reactions icon and then the raise hand icon. Once the process is complete, we will return to the regular order of business.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. The floor is now open. For those that'd like to speak, just come up to the podium. You can state your name. You do not need to state your address. Is there anyone in the chat that'd like to speak to us?
No, Council President.
See no one come before this governing body. Have a motion to close to the public.
So moved.
Moved by Councilwoman Patel.
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Hablitz. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Mayor Damiano, 1 through 4.
Thank you, Council President. This evening, the 4 items on the agenda are the resolution to introduce the 2026 municipal budget. And as we do every single year, I'm asking that this council approve the municipal budget this year. Unfortunately, as I laid out in the presentation last month, there are a number of increases within the budget that are outside of the control of myself and this council. The single biggest ticket item being medical insurance contributions from the municipality, which by itself totals over $750,000. That increase by itself results in nearly a 5 to 6 point tax increase in just healthcare, the municipal portion of it on behalf of municipal employees. It's an expense that, in speaking to other mayors and other administrators throughout the county and various counties, it's an expense that everybody has seen similar increases to because of the state health benefits. If you're enrolled in them, saw an over 25% increase in contributions this past year. So that is a significant portion of it. And of course, as part of this year's budget, that was one of the considerations in the total increase in costs and expenditures that the municipality will be seeing. The next is the resolution authorizing the increase in deferred school taxes for local and regional high school taxes. And again, as I explain every year, the municipal budget runs on a different timeline than the school budget. Schools run July 1 to June 30. Municipalities run January 1, December 31 on calendar years. And that is the disparity. And that is why each and every year we pass a resolution authorizing the increase in deferred school taxes for our schools. The item number 3 is the resolution providing for an increase in reserve for uncollected tax percentage. And in reviewing this further in just the past several minutes, one of the things that we have noticed and recognized is that the total percentage collection for the 23, 24, and 25 calendar years is slightly off in the total calculation, and so is the 3-year average as a result, and that the total calculation is really 295.9, not 294.9, and that the 3-year average is actually 98.63, not 98.3. So in connection and consultation with our auditor, I'm asking that the council approve this resolution, which he will bring down to the state and the Director of Local Government Services for confirmation as to whether or not this needs to be adjusted accordingly.
Mayor, is that like a 0.3 difference?
It's a 0.33 difference because the total was off by 1, so the 3-year average was off by 0.33.
Thank you for clarification.
All right, and the 4th item is ordinance 1543. It is the calendar year 26 ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriation. And as have many municipalities throughout the state this year, the amount that the township is paying is just exceeding the municipal budget appropriations of 2%, and we are passing a resolution in order to do so. This was done by many of the surrounding municipalities this year as a result of significant increases that we have faced.
Any questions? Thank you, Mayor. Can I have a motion to approve the following application for New Jersey State Firemen's Association? Moved by Councilwoman Patel, second by
Second.
Councilman Murphy. This is a roll call. Madam Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Patel? Yes. Councilmember Murphy?
Yes.
Councilmember Havletts? Councilmember Vanchery?
Yes, you can hear me, right? Yes. Yes.
Councilman, can you hear us?
I can hear you. You can't hear me.
You dropped off.
No, I'm here. Here. I'm here. And for some reason, you can't hear me.
Okay, well, we're gonna.
Yeah.
This is so frustrating.
One more. Thank you.
Hey, I'm just gonna put you next to the mic.
This is ridiculous.
I'm gonna put you next to the mic. You're on now. We're gonna do it via phone. You're live. Okay, can everybody hear him? I think they're giving you a roll call on this, Chris, so just your vote.
Councilmember Vanchery?
Yes.
Council President Scoba?
Yes, thank you. We have a council person who's away on business that's coming in virtually, so there's been a little technical operation problem. Does any council member have any problems in approving the resolutions 1 through 4 in one clip, or shall we take some individual? If not, can I have a motion to approve resolutions A through D? Moved by Councilwoman Havletts, second by Councilman Patel. This is a roll call. Madam Clerk.
Just Council President, just as amended, as the.
As amended
Right.
to the numbers that were verbally presented by the mayor. Thank you for clarification, Council.
Councilmember Patel? Yes. Councilmember Murphy?
Yes.
Councilmember Havletts? Councilmember Vanchery?
Yes.
Council President Scoba?
Yes. Madam Clerk, please read ordinance 1541.
Public hearing of ordinance number 1541, an ordinance entitled, an ordinance of the Township Council of the Township of Little Falls in the County of Passaic, State of New Jersey, to add chapter 203, short-term rentals of the Code of the Township of Little Falls.
Thank you. I'd like to table this ordinance 1541 until May 18th. Have a motion to table ordinance 1541. So moved by Councilman Patel, second by Councilman Murphy. Madam Clerk, call the roll to table 1541 until May 18th.
Councilmember Patel,
Yes.
Councilmember Murphy.
Yes.
Councilmember Havelitz, Councilmember Vanchery,
Yes.
Council President Scoba.
Yes, Madam Clerk, read ordinance 1543, please.
Introduction of ordinance number 1543, an ordinance entitled Calendar Year 2026 Ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and to establish a cap bank, with a second reading and public hearing scheduled for May 18th, 2026.
Can I have a motion to introduce 1543?
So moved.
Moved by Councilwoman Havelitz,
Second.
second by Councilman Murphy. Madam Clerk, call the roll to introduce 1543.
Councilmember Patel,
Yes.
Councilmember Murphy.
Yes.
Councilmember Havelitz,
Yes.
Councilmember Vanchery,
Yes.
Council President Scoba.
Yes. So we're going to do council reports. We'll start off with Councilman Vanchery since he's the most difficult to connect. Thank you, Councilman Murphy. Councilman Vanchery, your report.
Here, nothing for me tonight, just, a little frustrated not being able, you guys to hear me, so nothing for me.
Let the record show that for the first time, Councilman Vanchery has said, quote, nothing for me. Make sure that's in the records. Yeah. Councilwoman Havelitz.
Some library updates. There will be a preschool yoga on Friday, May the 8th, at 10:15 a.m. You do not need to register. They just need to bring a mat or a towel. And the library's Historic New Jersey, feature will conclude on May the 6th at 11 a.m. It is on the Revolutionary War episodes, with a visit to the Fort Lee Historical Park. As always, all of the updates are on their social media and their website to see further events happening at our library. Our Run Club will begin again on May the 17th. The Run Club is leaving from our new location at the Little Falls train station of the Farmers Market at 8:30 a.m. All are welcome, all levels of runners. It's just a short 1.5 mile run with the Run Club, and walkers are welcome as well. And then that will be followed by the grand opening of our farmers market at 9 a.m. on the 17th at our new location, the Little Falls train station. There will be parking available on site and the local streets and our municipal lot if need be. And hope you all join us. That's all I have.
Thank you, Councilwoman Havelitz. Councilman Murphy.
Thank you, Council President. I'll be brief tonight. Just want to say I'm proud to be a part of history with Councilman Vanchery's shortest report he's ever made. Just real quick, we do have a domestic violence awareness committee meeting tomorrow night in the upstairs room of Town Hall at 7:00 p.m. Just a quick note, we are no longer virtual, so Zoom is no longer an option. We're in person, back live. Now the weather's nice, so upstairs room 7:00 tomorrow night for a domestic violence awareness committee meeting. That's all I have, Council President. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Murphy. Councilwoman Patel.
Thank you, Council President. Just a few updates for the Public Health Committee. Tomorrow, May 5th, the Health Department is hosting a mindfulness workshop that's going to take place at 6 p.m. At the Clifton Satellite Office, where they're going to be doing rock painting. So for whomever wants to relax, unwind, and get creative, you can register by calling 551-237-3151. Then Wednesday, May 6th, from 2 to 4, there's going to be free foot screenings at Clifton City Hall. And again, all events that occur in Clifton are open to Little Falls residents. So I do encourage everyone to attend these. And then on May 7th, they're going to do blood pressure screenings. Again, it's Clifton City Hall, and that's from 10:30 to 11:30. And on Tuesday, May 19th at 11 a.m. at the main Memorial Library, the Clifton Health Department has partnered with RWJ Barnabas to hold a program highlighting the importance of quality of sleep. Registration is required for this. So if you want to attend, please contact Lael at 973-470-5773. And then John Vigo was here with his team at the last meeting, and both our 2025 annual report from the health department and the 2026 rapid health community assessment, they're going to be posted on our website under the health department page for anyone who's interested and wants to view them. And then finally, our next public health committee meeting will be Wednesday, June 10th at 6 p.m. at the Civic Center. That's all I have, Council President.
Thank you, Councilwoman Patel. This past Friday, the Senior Advisory had their spring fling. 70 seniors attended. It was an awful lot of fun and eating and dancing. It closes out this portion of the program until the fall, where we have our fall program. I want to thank Councilwoman Hablitz for helping out, Mark, TJ, Domenica, Marie, for working really diligently and putting the program together. Have a motion, Councilman, I'm sorry, Mayor Damiano.
I'm going to ask that everybody count this towards Councilman Vanchery's time because this is the Memorial Day update, and this is typically a report that he would give. So count this towards his time. Memorial Day weekend on Friday, starting at 6 p.m. We'll have our concert in Wilmore Park. We have a Little Falls band. We will have, you've got 90s band there. They will be there from about 6 until about 9. We'll have some food trucks. So feel free to join us in the park to kick off Memorial Day weekend. And then on the Saturday of Memorial Day, starting at 10 p.m., the parade will happen through town. It will start at 10 a.m. at American Legion Post 108 in the Singac section of town. We'll make our way down Main Street, ending at the park at around 11:30, maybe a couple minutes before or after that, where we'll have our Memorial Day service in the park hosted by the American Legion. So please feel free to join us for the parade and the ceremony on Saturday, May 23rd. Again, if you want to join us for the end, we'll be at the park around 11:30. So get there a couple minutes early just to be safe.
Thank you, Mayor. Have a motion to introduce the meeting to the public.
So
Moved by Councilwoman Patel, second by Councilman Hablitz. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Thank you, Chris. All those opposed? Motion carries. Madam Clerk?
Anyone wishing to address the Township Council may do so through the Council President. It is preferred if you give your name and address for the record. Comments are to be limited to 3 minutes. However, if appropriate, you may be granted additional time in the sole discretion of the Council President. Members of the public who have joined the meeting virtually and desire to provide comment shall raise their virtual hand in the Zoom application. The meeting moderator will cue the members of the public that wish to provide comment, and the Council President will recognize them in order. Members of the public who have joined the meeting by calling in must press *6 to mute and unmute themselves and *9 to raise their hand. Members of the public who have joined the meeting via the Zoom application must click the reactions icon and then the raise hand icon. Once the process is complete, we will return to the regular order of business.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. The floor is now open for anyone who would like to address the governing body. You can come up to the podium, sir. You could just state your name. You don't need to state your address.
My name is Casey Nicey. I am the owner and operator of Emerald Tea Supply Company, which is a licensed dispensary that operates in the space that a few months ago I reached out to the mayor, business administrator, and informed them about the statewide ban going with April 15th. And they connected me with the health department, who I educated on what that actually practice for the smoke shops and up cities. All these actually, but a lot of the smoke shops that are selling the products that are said to be banned. And since the enforcement of the ban in the Little Falls open area has been in line with what the state amended, and I just wanted to thank them for that and the opportunity to educate on that initiative, because for us that are trying to build a regulated parking in line with what the state and regulations intend, it helps us build our businesses and build a trusted. So thank you.
Thank you for coming to this governing body and explaining that. We appreciate your time. Thank you. I wish you good success. You have to come up to the podium.
Sure, but if you don't, then you need to bring on it. Ann Farrow. I currently work for the finance department of another municipality in the state, and we also just dealt with the increase in insurance. I just wanted to know I know that there was an issue switching carriers this year. A lot of townships have the same problem. So I just want to know if this is something that will continue to be revisited year after year, given that it's projected that the state will continue to increase premiums and percentages year after year going forward. It doesn't seem that they're not going to trend in the other direction. So I just want to know if there's any proactive plan. I'm sorry I didn't get here sooner in the budget season to ask these questions, as I know it's kind of a little late now, but I just wanted to know if there was anything that we had.
It's a great question, and it's a great concern on behalf of a resident to come here. Yep, health insurance, right? It's a very big topic amongst everyone. And the costs that are the mayor will comment more on this, but the costs that are going through healthcare insurance, whether you're a personal person getting healthcare, a business owner, a municipality, the increases are a lot more than projected, which is causing a lot of municipalities that to struggle and find monies elsewhere to do the offset. I think going forward, I agree with you. Unless there's the governing body of the state is going to step in and do something with the insurers, probably we're going to see increases for the next 2 to 3 years at this probably same or even a more alarming rate. But the mayor could comment on how we go about looking at providers.
Sure. So like you indicated, 26% increases on multi-million dollar line items for every single municipality. Bigger cities, even more than that, is simply unachievable when you're trying to balance a budget and not increase taxes. This is not a Little Falls issue. This is a statewide issue, as you've indicated. And what's worse than even the taxpayers having to make up this difference in this astronomical increase is that so many employees get a raise at the end or beginning of a year, but still take home less money that following year than they did the year prior because of their contributions to the medical insurance increasing at these new rates. It's not sustainable for municipalities. It's not sustainable for employees of municipalities. Something needs to be done. Something needs to be done at a higher level than local municipalities can do themselves. Exploring other healthcare options is something that can certainly be looked into. But of course, sometimes that comes with modifying health benefits to individual employees or all of the employees in a municipality, which oftentimes can affect their carrier, the individuals who are able to provide them with services. And we know that when a lot of people become comfortable and familiar with this particular medical provider, having to be forced to change medical providers is sometimes an uncomfortable thing, especially when you have sometimes major health issues where you have found someone who you feel is treating well and able to manage whatever issues you are having. It's certainly something that not only Little Falls, but everyone in the state's going to have to continue to explore and look into. Trying to figure out how to keep these costs more balanced, again, at the higher state level, is something that's going to have to be pursued. There are millions upon millions of individuals in New Jersey who are on state health benefits, as just one example, whether it be public employees, whether it be police, fire, whether it be teachers, whether it be millions and millions and millions of individuals saw 26+% increases in the total cost of their medical insurance in a year, that a lot of them are sharing, depending on how much they're earning, 35% of the cost of. It's not sustainable. Something needs to be done. It's certainly a major topic at a lot of the conversations that I'm involved in with other mayors, with other municipalities, and in talking to employees in this town. I know a lot of people are unhappy saying, well, I got a raise, but I bring home less money than I did last year. Something needs to be done. I don't know what exactly it is that can be done, but it's certainly a topic that needs to continue to be explored. Please.
Okay. So my other question is, I know that there have been changeover in key positions within the last year in this town. So really my main concern is that the current department heads that are in charge of these types of things will remain proactive in the years going forward as these increases continue. That's really just my main concern. I don't.
Well, and thank you for that concern. It's through the mayor and the council, the staff, that is their charge to look at those companies and to do an evaluation to make sure that, yeah, it's easy to say we could go with something else, but are the benefits the same? Are we getting the same services? People go into municipality industry for benefits, not only just for pay. Yes, they want to be paid, but one of the main reasons for benefits, right? So yeah, that's a constant lookout for our staff. We appreciate that you bring that forefront, but that's being done every moment. Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to approach this governing body? I don't see no one in the chat. Am I correct? All right, thank you. Have a motion to close the public comment?
So moved.
Moved by Councilman Murphy, second by Councilman Habbitts. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? That motion. Thank you. That motion carries. Want to thank Mrs. Kraus and Mr. Controne for assisting me putting this agenda together. Have a motion to adjourn this meeting.
So moved.
Moved by Councilwoman Hablitz.
Second.
I'm sorry, Moved by Councilman Vattel, second by Councilman Hablitz. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. This meeting is now closed.
All right, I'm gonna cut you off.
Can you?
All right, thanks.